So, lots of good things, crazy things, busy things going on with the market. What are your guys' thoughts on, everything? Interest rates are still doing their things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got the stat newsletter, of course. So,
We did. I didn't see that, but I did see what you sent me, and I don't do Instagram, so I couldn't open it.
yeah, it's basically just Dave Ramsey saying what I wrote down earlier about don't worry about interest rates because they will always fluctuate. As long as you can quote unquote afford it, it shouldn't make or break your decision, because as they go down, you could refi.
Yeah.
You're not going to miss out per se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm busy, both with new managements and with the market. So sometimes I can't breathe. I'm so busy.
Yeah.
But when we were getting ready to leave for vacation, I was working with a buyer. And of course, while we were gone, they bought a house from someone else. They just called the listing agent and bought a house.
Don't forget about me. I will so act as your fill-in agent while you're gone.
I know that. I said,
look,
I know. I said, I'll put you in touch with somebody that can help you. And she said, oh, no, I'm off the end of August. We'll just look then. I said, okay, great. But if you want to see something, let me know. Yeah, well, that didn't happen.
Fine.
But anyhow, yeah. Oh, I know you'll show them. I don't have a problem with that. But I just, that's how it is. People have no loyalty. They don't.
They don't know.
Yeah, and these were people that I kind of know, but I don't really know. I know their daughter real well, but anyhow. But I'm getting ready to list one this week down in Garden Lakes. So, and I think it'll sell pretty quick. We're going to price it to sell fast because they're moving to Pennsylvania. So, and they want to get kind of rid of it. And it's a beautiful home. So I think it'll sell right away. The market is still hopping out there. You make calls, you make appointments, and then all of a sudden you get a note back that it's sold already. So somebody's still buying houses.
Yeah, look at this. Okay, so this was last month, right? June. Okay. As far as the new stats concerned, last month, right? 2195, 2361, right? 2250, 2390. Look at that jump. 1 month.
Yeah.
1 month. 2195 to 2250. That's a $55 jump in 1 month. When was the last time we saw that? Holy cow. And there's more activity too, 2300 to 2400. So
yeah, I've had a little more activity. But I don't know. I don't know. The rent market is funky. It's weird. Yeah.
Yowzers. And there's more activity than we basically like. We are rivaling what would be like 2015, 2016. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Like, it's not stopping activity. People are renting. 2,400 rented. That's not what's active. That's what rented last month. And this was the median of those. That is insane.
It is, because I don't even make that much with my Social Security and my annuity. And when I throw in my rental, I'm at 27. Terrible.
Yeah, it is. It's really hard for people right now.
Yeah, how are the seniors supposed to live?
Yeah.
You mean you can't put 80% of your income towards your rent payment?
Yeah, that's about what's happening. That's what's happening.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's pray our average income goes up to like 80,000 per person, and we're all living happy. That's crazy. Well, that's a summation of the rental market. Anything else to throw on top, Ruth? Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I showed Terry's this week, and I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. I think she's gonna have to come down just a little bit, but she's pretty firm where she's at right now.
And she wanted a bathtub. The lady wanted a bathtub.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
At
Hey, you have
65.
no idea, that I'll drive 100 miles to show a place, and then they want a bathtub. Yeah, that's exactly right.
that's
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So I don't know. I don't know. I may be getting a application on honeysuck on the one down at South Mountain.
mhm.
I sent it to them yesterday, so we'll see about that one. I don't know. I don't know. It just feels stalled to me. I know what the things say right there,
Yeah.
but gosh, it feels stalled. That's a good word.
Well, what
Stalled.
I wish what they would put on here is what is this? Like, break it down to what type of property is that?
Yeah.
Is that a 3-2 1,600 square foot home? What is that rental? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
It really irks me that we just see this, but you're talking like if I don't have the MLS open right now. Generically, does somebody have the MLS open? Just how many rentals are there on the market? No criteria whatsoever. Just how many?
I've got it open. Hang on. Okay, so active with no buttons. Okay, just active.
Yeah,
There's
there
7,000.
goes. Oh, rentals?
Yeah.
7,000 active rentals right now. Wow.
7,005 active rentals.
All right. And then if we just take the beginning, like the very, wow, I have 7,072, including coming soon. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I didn't do coming soons. Yeah.
No, I just took it out. Yeah. Okay. So, see, that's the problem. Okay. So let's eliminate vacation rentals because they definitely skew things. Look at that.
Yeah, for sure.
470. Oh, I mean, no. Sorry. I hit the wrong one. 5,000. Yeah. 4,500. Okay. So that's more accurate. Of these
Yeah.
4,500, because this is our
Yeah.
basket. People can be doing their other basket. That's their niche, but our niche is this basket. So we have 4,500. So of these, what is it? Because they start off at what? I'm guessing 400, 625.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is Douglas. That doesn't count either.
No.
They're messing up our stuff. But anyway, you got $700 for the least expensive home in Phoenix. And then let's see here. Hey, there's Ford. Dang it, they're messing up our ML.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. Okay, how many do you think before we get to 1,000? Oh, it's coming up quickly. Holy cow, it's coming up quickly. All right. Are we even going to get to 100? Oh, yeah, there's going to be a bunch at 99. Nope. We only had 53. There's only 52 total homes in all of quote unquote Maricopa County under $1,000 total.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
52.
Yeah. And they're probably in Arizona City or someplace like that.
All right. So can somebody write that down really quick? Okay. 52 homes, $1,000 under. Okay. Now, where do you think we're going to break 2,000 at?
Oh. Maybe another 150. I don't know.
So right around 200?
Yeah, maybe around 200.
So you think there's about 150 homes in the 1,000 to 2,000 bracket? What do you
Maybe.
think? What do you think, Marilyn?
I haven't got the foggiest. No.
I'm gonna say up to about. I'm gonna take it up to 600. I think. Okay, let's see. 49.
Let's hang on.
All right, we are doing good. Okay, we're up to 100. I hate how the MLS loads. Okay, come on. Just because there's 4,500 homes that I'm looking through doesn't mean anything. All right, I could have just done the search for it, but I thought it would be fun to do it this
I
way.
like this way.
Yeah. All right, so okay, so we're almost at 1500 here. Okay, and we're at 3. So that means there's about 200 homes available under 1500. Okay, about 190 in that bracket. And then here we go. So we're at 344, 343. Woohoo! Yep. 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 We got a bunch, man. This is good. I'm glad we were both wrong on this one. Because this is the majority of people, I think.
Wow.
Wouldn't you agree the majority of people are truly looking for rent under 2,000, ideally?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a bunch. Okay, see, we already passed mine. Yay! And we still got a ways to go. So that's exciting. So it looks like we're going to be closer to about 1,000. Or even more, maybe. We'll see. Nice. These aren't like small, like, I mean, they're not like big, but they're not like terrible homes either. So you just need to go out to Maricopa and it'll get you about $1 a square foot. And then
Who wants to drive out there, though?
here's Costa Grande?
Who wants to drive out there? I don't want to drive out there.
Okay, Buckeye.
Yeah.
At least the outskirts, you still get some bang for your buck. I mean, Sundance, remember in the fall of the market, that was the place to go to if you wanted a home under 100,000.
Absolutely. Yeah. The problem now, though, is you could go out to Buckeye and get a rental for that price, but gasoline at $4.59 a gallon, if you have to drive into town, is it worth it? I mean, is it worth it? You have to weigh that out.
Yeah. You definitely have to factor it.
You know, if you drive a work truck that's getting 15 miles a gallon, then I don't know. That's the thing that people have to weigh out. But yet that doesn't factor into whether or not they can qualify.
Yep.
And that's the other thing I'm getting on our house is a rash of people that have credit scores in the 500. What's happened to these people?
Yeah, what happened? What did happen, do they say?
Yeah.
Do they have like are they making decent money with good job histories?
Well, yeah. Well, one that's looking at our house way out there on Honeysuckle. There's mom and dad and the grandma who's on Social Security and a 25-year-old son who makes about 36 grand a year. All of them have credit scores in the 500s.
Ouch.
All of them. She's not going to take them.
That's a breeding ground of dysfunction.
It is. They have 8 years worth of credit or of rent history, but who knows to who, until you actually get the application and find out who they're renting from.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a rash of that. Well, will you take me if my credit score is 492? I don't think so.
Okay, so we were at what, 343, right? On the last one, or 243? 243.
243.
All right. And we officially got it right here, 1330. So there's about 1,000 homes between 1,000 and 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and you're right. Most of them are going to be on the outskirts or.
Well, it just so happens this one's, a tiny rental, but that's Scottsdale,
Mm-hmm.
Bang for the buck. You got Gilbert, Phoenix, Mesa, Glendale. At $19.99, you're in town barely.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a great home, but you are in town. It depends on your priorities.
Yeah.
Or you could go out to Florence and get more than bang for your buck, more than $1 a square foot. Okay. Yeah. And then that means that of this batch, then about 3,200 3,200 homes. Of those 4,500 are over $2,000. That's the reality. Jeez. Okay, so let's have some fun here really fast. Min. 1,000 of them are over $3,000. So about a quarter of what's available is over $3,000 per month.
God, who can pay for it? Jeez.
Okay, so then you've got 2,780 homes. So a little over half, at least, are under 2,500, at least. So, wow, it's a different rental world. It's a different housing market, and let's get to that because we have about we only have about. Jeez, time flies. Crud. Okay. So here's the stat. Where's stat? Yeah, we're here's stat. Okay. So stat newsletter. They definitely changed up the look. I like it. So what's really interesting is it's summertime. Okay, this is about as slow can be in our world. This is like the worst time, basically.
Yeah, true.
So, of course, it's going to be down month over month, but how are we looking year over year? And this is kind of interesting because you got your current listings, 1 month it's kind of interesting. Still getting used to it, but I'm assuming this is 1 month prior, month over month, 3 months prior, 6 months prior, and this is year over year. So year over year, it looks like we are down. I'm confuzzled. This looks like we're up. That looks like we're down. It looks like we're down 3%. So we were slow last year, and it looks like we're that average price per square foot down 4%, and then the median down 6%. So, and then you've got new listings, and of course, way down. Look at that. Year over year, we're down 42%, 11%, 10%, month to month, 8%. So year over year, last summer, Yoda. Currently at 63.91. So I mean, I honestly, if you had to give the one main cause, okay, and there's obviously lots of factors, but the main one, what would you say? One word or two?
Oh, for the housing market being down?
Yeah, for for year over year being down 42.5%, essentially.
Oh, I would say interest.
Interest rates. Yep.
Interest rates.
Yep.
But I think Dave Ramsey's, he's changed his tune a little bit from just buying everything cash to now going ahead and buying a home because you can always refinance it. Because I think he realizes that hardly anybody can buy a house and pay cash for it.
Well, and if you really dive deep, he wants you to pay for your home. That the mortgage is the one loan he does endorse. Investment properties he doesn't want you to take out a mortgage for, but your primary residence. But the whole goal is to snowball to pay off your home. So the ideal goal is that you pay off all of your debt. That way you have that same chunk to put towards your mortgage, and you pay off your mortgage, and then that's the final goal, pay off the mortgage. So, it's very tough for somebody to save money cash to buy an investment property though. So I definitely agree with you there. That's the barrier of entry to paying cash for an investment home at this point in time is probably you would need to put it in your 401k or something like that, because you need to grow interest on your money to buy that home to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, but active listings way down. Let's see here. Under contracts, not way down, but definitely down.
I think there's a lot of stuff under contract contingent upon their house selling.
Yeah. Yeah, but look at this, $280, $260 a square foot. Like average price per square foot, $284.
Yeah.
Median, $253. So if we say $253 a square foot to 1,800 square foot home, that is over $400,000. Months of supply, 1.8. So I'm getting used to these new graphs. Because the absorption rate is interesting. I mean, overall, it really has to do, I mean, supply and demand are one thing, but when you look at the overall picture, supply and demand are so far down. There's no supply because there's no demand.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're taking numbers that are less than half what they should be, and then you're still saying it's a seller's market. So that means you're short. I mean, buyer's market, forgive me. Seller's market. Dang it. It's a Monday. Leave me alone. 1.8 month supply is definitely a seller's market. Okay. But it's a seller's market that nobody wants to be in, and there's nothing going on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's going to turn tide.
Yeah. It's like supply current, boom, 50 and 67. You know, 50, we're down. Like here, absorption rate was 28%. I mean, that's like 6 months ago, but we still had like no homes on the market. It was just the fact it was winter, and that's our more popular time, and people listed, and now it's summertime, so it just, the whole thing just went whoop. It's crazy. Okay, so new list price. I love this. All right, average $670.
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane. Okay, median $450. Okay, so reality $450. Thoughts on that? Because if you look over here, down, 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 down. Okay, so it looks like it's, summertime helps a little bit, and that's why we always say, if you can, summertime's your time to buy your home, because people are motivated during summertime. If you're selling your home during summer, there's some reason you are, more than likely. So thoughts on that?
Well, when that whole group that I just had close, they were looking. So we had a three-way domino. We had a closing in Tucson, fueling the closing of my listing, and then my buyer buying another house. Yeah. So when we were out looking at houses, and we were looking at adult communities, like I ended up selling them in Ventana Lakes. But as fast as we could get to them, they were gone. You could hardly delay or a day or two.
In the adult communities?
Yes.
Wow.
I was very surprised. At least the ones we were looking at, and we were looking at 3 bedrooms instead of 2 bedrooms. And so that supply was a lot smaller because a lot of those listings are just 2-bedroom homes. But it was crazy. I mean, I would look at showing time and go, who in the world is showing all these? I don't know. It was weird.
Well, that is a great thing too. I would say that's way little nicer, better than a lot of the other communities.
It's really nice. Their property is really nice, and they side up to a wash.
Nice.
Of course, they have little dogs, and she said they saw the coyotes yesterday. I said, well, you gotta watch your dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But But anyhow, so I'm hoping that this listing in Garden Lake sells pretty quick. It's a 3-2 vaulted ceilings. It's really a pretty home. Beautiful pool, just been redone. Roof just been redone. I think it's got a new AC on it.
And what do they want it
So
for?
I think we're going to go between 450 and 475.
I love Garden Lakes.
Oh, I do too.
Send me that. Yeah, I'm a huge advocate for Garden Lakes.
Oh, I love Garden Lakes. Yeah. So I'm going to list it one night this week. As soon as I get the listing up, I'll send you a copy of it.
Perfect. Yeah. Seriously,
Nice. It'll be a nice home.
Myself. Okay. So, yeah, 450, right in the middle, right on the dot. But
yeah, I think so. There's one down the street that's been listed for 475. I'm not for a while. I don't think it's as nice as ours.
And that shows the value right here, because like bang for the buck, that's right there on the border of Avondale.
Yeah.
Paulison, like it's right on the border of like everything, and you got the 10 and the 10 and the 101 right there, and you've got so much right there. And I imagine this home is reasonable size. It has
it's almost 2,000 square feet with a pool.
It's nicely redone, and you're going to be able to list that for what would be the median price. So that's value. I mean,
yeah.
Make sure you're comparing when people like that's value right there. That'll sell it right off the bat, because you should get a quote unquote 15% premium for the pool or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I sold it to them about 5 years ago. Somewhere in that neighborhood for like 212.
Yeah, I called it. Oh. Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Seriously, I tried to get so many people to buy in that area. Anytime a home came up, I was like, you should get this, because it's seriously the diamond in the rough. But again, man, had my investors listened to me, they've already made money. They didn't do bad, but we all would have done a heck of a lot better if they just kept going, kept freaking going. From storage facilities 10 plus years ago, apartment complexes 10 plus years ago, 13 years ago was when I started getting into those. I mean, all these, oh geez. Anyway, yeah, good job. You have good investors, and you've taken great care of them throughout the years. So good, wonderful. And families, everybody.
Yeah, families, lots of families.
Yeah. So any hooser, last year, this year, median average. This is so crazy, because where do they get this? Okay. And what kind of correlation do these have in general? Right? The median is the median. Okay. The average has no relevance, because somebody could have listed a $100 million property. You know what I mean? It doesn't correlate. So you got 617 to 549. Okay. That is 10%, right? Basically 70 grand.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit over. Okay. Wherein in reality, okay, you've got 450 to 432, $18,000. Okay, $18,000 when you're dealing with 450 is maybe 4%, right on the dot, 4%.
Mm-hmm.
So again, people get skewed because they want to go towards the averages because they don't know. So when the people say the average sales price in the valley is this, the average sales price in the average sales price is this, blah blah blah, it doesn't make sense, because that would lead people to think that your average sales price, because it is very literally 10% off, 549 to 617. That's 10%. When in reality, people are buying homes within 4% of list price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't see much reduction happening. Starting to see a little bit of seller contributing costs.
Well, yeah,
we're going to see more of that. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the end. Okay, so that leads me to the kind of like my final little point here that I have. Okay, going back to the fact that there's 1.8 months, so there's no question it's a seller's market. When was the last time a seller's market had a 4% discount and seller contributions. How is that a seller's market? You know what I mean? We're not used to that. A seller's market means you better come in at asking or above with no concessions, with as fast as closing as possible. That's the seller's market we're used to. This is a seller's market where you can get 4% off and seller contributions.
Yeah. Well, the little house that I sold in Vantana Lakes there, they agreed to pay, the seller agreed to pay the, what do you call that, Marilyn, and that cap fee?
Yeah.
And it is, it's lower in Vantana Lakes than it is in Sun City, but it was still $2,000.
Yeah.
The seller paid that. And then we did all the repairs. It needed a roof. It just needed a bunch of stuff. She had lived there, not really ever done anything to it. So they gave them $13,000 in concessions. $13,000. So the roof was going to be about a little over 10 grand to take off the tiles, put down new underlayment and stuff. And then Tesla's about $500 to move the solar. And the rest of it they gave to them because it needed new shutoff valves, and it needed, the sprinkler work needed some work, and it needed this and that and other thing. Like $3,300 they gave them towards that. Plus they paid the cap fee. So they gave them so much money, we had to reduce the sale price because it went over and above what their closing costs were going to be. It was crazy. I mean, what a deal for them.
Yeah. Well,
what a deal for them.
Yeah. That's and that's the point, is that this is a unique market. So dealing with buyers and sellers, you're dealing with two completely different conversations. It's a seller's market, and they're going to get top dollar for their home because that's where the market's at. They're getting $240 a square foot or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the buyers, they need to remember that it is a seller's market. Prices are higher, but this is the reality. This is the reality. You're going to get hopefully about 4% off your list price. Hopefully you're going to get some concessions. They're going to do some fixes. You're actually going to get a nice home. You're not getting a piece of crap with cosmetic lipstick fixes like the flips today in general.
Yeah.
And you're stuck with it. And you're not getting a bank-owned home with no repairs that you're going to have to invest in. Like this, there are definitely benefits to this market. Okay. So this goes back to the seller side. Okay. This is the next part. Average days on market. Average 59.
Yeah.
Median 38. Put yourself in the seller's shoes. Okay. At 38 days, it's been a little bit over a month, right? So where are you at about 30, about within a week of your first month? Where are you at that moment?
Starting to panic.
You're worried, and you're probably going to do what would be your first price reduction, right?
Right.
Okay. Now at 60 days, where are you at?
Panicking.
There you go. Yeah. Again, the difference between median and average. Median means you're going to sell your home in a little over a month. Average means it's going to take about 2 months to sell your home. That's night and day. That is that's a difference in price. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And I think when you list them, you just have to prepare them that, hey, this is where we're going in at. They are going to ask you for concessions. They are going to make an offer. You got to let them know. And so at that point, the deciding factor will be how fast you need to sell and get out.
Yeah. Whoa, throw my pen. Yeah. And at this point though, you have a selling point for the news is going to say your average is 59 days on the market and it's almost 2 months and blah, blah, blah. And they're having to take over 10% loss in your thing. That's the difference. That's the difference. 10% off would be 60 days on the market.
Yeah.
4% off is about a month on the market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It totally makes sense. And so conveying this to people so they really know what's going on makes all the difference in the world. If buyers knew they were going to get concessions and a discounted price, that $450 doesn't look so bad. Okay. A seller that knows they're going to sell their home within a month, that may have to do this or that is going to be way better because it's not 60 days. That might be preventing people from listing their home right now if they think, hey, the average days on market is 60 days. That's 2 months. Ooh, you know, or
Yeah.
if it's vacant, oh my gosh, no. You know what I mean? So those things that difference between average and median hits us every single week because I don't hear median on the news. Do you?
I try not to watch the news.
Well, I don't watch or listen to the news much, but I stay up on, real estate news in general and things like that. And you see average so much more than median. And right now, if you're looking at the averages, you are not getting the real picture, even remotely close. And there are definitely benefits that we're seeing today that we did not see a month ago in today's market. And we're being able to pinpoint these things for sellers. You're going to sell your home in about a month. Great. Make sure you just price it in this ballpark and you're going to show the value and whatnot, but be prepared for this. Buyers, yes, interest rates suck, but you're going to get this, and this. And the good news is if they ever go down, you can just refi. But you're going to get a discount on the price. You're going to get some concessions and it's going to soften the blow a lot.
Yeah.
So that's my little summation of today's little market.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Wow.
Yeah, the rent market, I don't know. Just shaking my head.
It's
So
crazy.
I've got a new management I'm taking in today. I went down and visited her house on Thursday, 38th Street in Thomas, in a pocket of really nice little irrigated homes.
Idiot.
Oh, just all redone.
Right on. All right. Well, nice seeing everybody. Be in prayer for Fred. Help him. Hopefully his hip continues to recover. Yeah. And let me know if you guys need it.
Okay, very good. Marilyn, I got your check. Thank you.
Right.
All right. Bye-bye.